Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Jerry's Basic Jewelry Benchwork. This one is going to be very short. It's just a quick kind of how-to and tips on sewing and keeping your lines visible while you're sewing. Most people will dive right in. Most people will start with a piece of metal that they want to do something on. But if you notice, this one, I drew some lines on there, but they're really hard to see. The reason for that is because it's not polished. Polish your metal and you'll be able to see your lines better because there's nothing to interfere with seeing them. Now you can see here on this side that it's very polished, very nicely done. Now you can draw on there directly with a scribe and the line shows up this way because of the way the light's showing. Yeah, the lines will show up quite a bit. Or you can use a Sharpie marker, but be warned, Sharpie marker will come off, so make sure that you're not touching the lines when you're doing it. Or as I prefer, I will take and use a 600 grit paper or an 800 grit after I've polished the metal. And to rough the surface up, I will apply a little glue and I will put my paper pattern on. People will use tacky glue, which works fine. Rubber cement, a lot of people swear by it. I personally prefer fabric glue because it's a slightly water resistant, and I prefer that. You put this on, you let it dry for a day, and then it works very, very well. Now, the next step is going to be showing how you cut something and avoid getting a mess on the lines, and so you can always see the lines. So we're going to set this to the side because I just did that. You want that to dry overnight, okay? And we're going to adjust the camera real quick to show the bench pin. And we're going to tighten this up real quick. If I can get that to tighten. Yep, there we go. And we're going to start with this one. I've already started cutting the lines on this piece here. You see where it's already been cut partially. Now, when you're cutting, what happens is, put on the optivisor, is as you're cutting, you're making a curve and this metal's coming out. And that metal is throwing all over the place. Okay, and you can see where it's starting to get everywhere. Now you can reach in there with your finger and stuff and try to knock it off, and it's not very efficient. You can take a polishing brush from, like, say, your Dremel or your Fordham shaft, put it into a little wood handle and use that, which a lot of people prefer. Or if you're a guy who is married or is dating somebody, ask your significant other if they have an older cosmetics brush they're no longer using. You notice I just keep that between the last two fingers. And I can sit here, I can cut to my heart's content. And after a few strokes, when it starts getting messy or where I think I need to be, I can just do this. Boom. And I'm back. I can see exactly what I'm doing. And we're just going to cut in a different direction here. So you just keep going. And every so often just reach in, knock everything off, and you're good to go. Very simple, very elegant, simple thing. Simple solution. It'll let you keep your lines visible. Now, if you have a vacuum system to collect your finds, you may or may not need this, but I find that works very well for me. So, thank you very much. See you when you watch the next version. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.